right, and we're rolling. Awesome. Okay, hello. I hope everything is going well. Goodness, here for another reading today. Oh, man. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a nice overlook of the water. There's got to be like a good spot that I can clip this to that, whatever. I might just have to hold it. Anyways. Yeah, about that video yesterday that I put up, I was just feeling very convicted to tell my story. I want to make it abundantly clear that I do not partake in that lifestyle anymore. I am now voluntarily celibate. I'm waiting for my wife, so that I may bless her and we may be fruitful and multiply. Hopefully, that'd be cool. But yeah, I was just feeling very convicted. Wanted to tell my story. Use it as a cautionary tale to those that are still, unfortunately, living that life. Not as chilly. It's still a bit chilly, but not as chilly. It'd be cool if I could clip this in my glasses. I wonder if I could, and it would still sound good. That just feels goofy though. Huh. So I know these oh wow, that actually might work. These videos aren't the greatest. The quality is very inconsistent. I'm coughing throughout the videos and things like that. But I will get better as time goes on. Like I said before, for the record, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. I feel like that should be the attitude for life in general. Hold on. A brief pause. I need to see if it's still picking up it's still picking up levels. Okay. That's cool. I think I'm just gonna start clipping it to the side of my glasses from now on. That's kind of neat. It's exciting. Yeah. I will get better. I promise. I just need to not have sinus drainage. Although it's so strange that I didn't get that scratch in my throat until I started recording, started talking. And I'm always so nervous to talk through my nose, breathe through my nose, because I don't know, I just feel like I don't want that to be picked up by the microphone. Just however, if you'd like to take a break to catch your breath with me, that'd be cool. I'm gonna do 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out if you'd like to follow along. So here we go. That feels better. Okay. So I left off at I finished chapter 6, and now we're on to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is judging and being judged. So judge not. Oh, this is the book of Matthew 7:1. If you have your Bible out with you and you're following along. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye met, it shall be measured to you again. So on the day of judgment, you will be judged how you judged others. If you were fair, if you were forgiving, if you were, just all around a, understanding and loving individual. You will be measured with how you judged. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye. So, everything in life is just a reflection of self. Why are you looking at others when you really should just be looking at you? Because you only judge based off of your own insecurities and negative feelings and emotions within. Like if I see something that someone's wearing and I judge them for it, what's the point? You know? Am I just not as confident as they are? If that makes sense. There's a difference between judging and having discernment. Having discernment, like if I were to see very lewd, like dressed people, and they're putting themselves out there, male or female, to be lusted after, I can have discernment to understand that I don't necessarily want to be a part of whatever they're doing. But that doesn't mean I have to judge them and look at them like harlots or heathens, you know what I mean? I'm just like, well, you know, everyone's on their own journey, but I don't wish to be a part of that. So, time to move on. Matthew 7:4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote of thy brother's eye. So, coming from a place beyond hypocrisy and a place of righteousness. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. So I do have an issue with this, especially when it comes to, those of the female variety. I'm a very romantic individual. I like to put myself out there romantically. I've had a lot of issues in the past trying to understand how to do that authentically without pushing any boundaries. My issue was I have a lot of heavy emotions and a lot of love to give, and I like to express myself. I never had, experience guidance growing up from parents. I never really had a stable father figure or mother figure, to be honest. So having that I don't know what to call it, example of stable love, I've never had that. So trying to express love without any understanding of how to do it correctly, it's like shooting a machine gun at a target. I'm just spraying love everywhere and it's missing the mark, instead of taking my time, lining up my shot, and shooting it with a rifle, if that makes sense. So I've never had the guidance or opportunity to practice narrowing that and understanding how I express love. And I would throw out my heart to these ladies and they just trample it. But most of it was to my own dismay. And that's all right. We live and we learn, Not everybody likes flowers. Not everybody likes love letters. Not everybody likes intensity. I'm just a very intense and passionate person, and never really understood how to express it properly. Yes, we hear you. They're having fun out there. There's a little creek. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. There's some ducks out there having a good time. So don't cast your pearls before swine, otherwise they will trample all over it. Asking and receiving, Matthew 6:7, or 7:7. My apologies. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there for you? if whom, oh, excuse me, Matthew 7 9. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to ask that, or to give good things to them that ask him? I need to read that again. Matthew 7:11. Nice. If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him? If ye then, being evil, you know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him? Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. I'm getting that little scratchy feeling again. Just be good. Give good gifts. What goes around comes around. You be good, you get good things. It's like karma, I suppose. So Matthew 7:13, the straight and wide gates. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. The gates to heaven is narrow. It's a narrow thing. The gate to destruction is wide. The gates to hell is wide. Let that sink in. 7:15, false prophets. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Excuse me. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. By their fruits ye shall know them. Not every good person is a good person. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we not casted out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. What do they mean by iniquity, though? Lawlessness. So, a Christian that is lukewarm, a Christian that does good works and, this and that, but they decide to continue living in sexual immorality, or they judge other people, condemn other people, become a false prophet, you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Jesus does not know you, and you do not know Jesus. It doesn't mean you're going to get into heaven. Like, just because you're a good Christian, but you still continue to live in willful sin, does not mean you're going to get into heaven. You must know Jesus Christ. You must accept his salvation, his forgiveness, and his love. Because nothing that you do on this earth is worthy of you getting into heaven. Only through knowing Him are you allowed through the narrow gate. Matthew 7:24. Rock or sand foundations. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto the foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rains descended, and the floods came, the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. That was the last words of Christ, and at least on this page. Matthew 7:28. And it came to pass, when Jesus had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. I don't want to take my gloves off. My hands have been cold the past couple of videos, but I have to, because these pages were so skinny. Oh, that was a fast chapter. So, we are on chapter 8, Matthew 8:1. Jesus heals a leper. When he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And behold, there came a leper, and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. Someone's having fun down on the water. What's going on? Is he a mallard? A male mallard? Maybe some females? There's a lot of duckies down there. We must stay focused. Okay, 8:3. And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus saith unto him, See thou tell no man, but go thy way, and show thyself to the priests, and offer the gift that Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. I think it might be the way I'm sitting. I think that's like triggering sinus drainage. And Jesus saith unto him, See that... Oh, I already said that. Oof. 8:5. A centurion's faith. And when Jesus was entered into the Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having his soldiers unto me. And I say to this man, Go, and he goeth. And to another, Come, and he cometh. And to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Whoa. I lost myself there. What does that mean? So the centurion, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof. Having soldiers unto me, I say to this man, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, not found so great faith. No, not in Israel. It's talking about the faith of the servant to the centurion. And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the selfsame hour. That's still, I don't get it. I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof. But the children, but the sons of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so it be done unto thee. And the servant was healed in the selfsame hour. That doesn't make any sense. Lord, what does that mean? Huh. Well, I suppose if those are watching, you could just give me a hint as to what that means, because the Lord is not speaking to me at this moment. Like, why bring up casting them into outer darkness? That part doesn't make any sense. Okay, so Matthew 8:14, Jesus heals Peter's mother-in-law. And when Jesus was come into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever, and he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose and ministered unto them. When the even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils, and he cast out the spirits with his word, and healed all that were sick, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, Himself took our infirmities and bare our sickness. The cost of discipleship. This one I can relate to quite a bit. Now when Jesus saw great multitudes about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Jesus saith unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Jesus said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. Jesus calms the wind and sea. 8:23. And when he entered into a ship, of his disciples followed him. And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with waves, but he was asleep. There it goes. I don't understand. I was doing so well the entire day. I think it might be the chair. I think it's not allowing me to drain properly. I don't know what's going on. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he saith unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Excuse me. And then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? 8:28. Healing devil-possessed men. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergeneses, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them. Oh, and there was a good way off from them a herd of many feeding swine. Man, that's a loud helicopter. It's not going to pass for a minute, though. So, I hope it's not too loud. So, these two men came out and asked Jesus, Son of God, have you come here to torment us before the time has come? And beyond them there were a flock of feeding swine. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished into the waters. And they that kept them fled, went their ways into the city, and told everything, and what was befallen to the possessive devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus. And when they saw him, they besought him that he would depart them of their coasts. So these demons ran into the city, screaming about Jesus. And those that were possessed by spirits came to Jesus, and he cleansed them. Amen. All right. Chapter 9, Healing a man with palsy. And he entered into a ship, and passed over, and came into his own city. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the... Oh, this is chapter 9, by the way. I was so sorry. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. And behold, the certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? For whether is easier to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk? But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, then saith he to the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go unto thine house. And he arose, and departed to his house. But when the multitude saw it, they marveled, and glorified God, which had given such power unto men. There it goes. Matthew 9:9. Matthew follows Jesus. And as Jesus passed forth, from thence he saw a man named Matthew, sitting at the receipt of custom. And he saith unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. Matthew, son of Alphaeus, follow me. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in his house, behold, many publicans, tax collectors, and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with the publicans and sinners? But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. Oh my. I need to catch my breath. I'm stumbling over my thoughts and words. Okay. Here we go with... Okay, here we go. But okay, I'm going to start with 9:12. But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Goodness gracious, I'm just being distracted. Okay, so I'm going to start over from 9:11. Well, oops. And when the Pharisees saw it, they saw Jesus sitting with the publicans and sinners, and he sat down with him and his disciples. So when publicans and sinners came and sat down with Jesus and his disciples, the Pharisees saw it, and said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? So why eat with Jesus along with these sinners and tax collectors? But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. He's not there for the righteous, he's there for the sinners. He's not there for the Pharisees, he's there for the common folk. Okay. Matthew 9:14. Questions about fasting. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not? Why do we fast often, but these guys don't? It's a good question. If I can get the page to separate. Yes. Oh, come on. I don't want to take my gloves off. My hands are cold. And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill up taketh from the garden, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. The one that makes the most sense to me was, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. Because to fast is to pull yourself closer to God, but if God is sitting there with you, you're about as close as you can get to him. So, but there will be a coming day when God is taken from this plane of existence. So the only way to draw closer is to fast. I don't know how long this is, but I'm going to stop at the end of chapter 9. Healing of a ruler's daughter. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler, and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, If I may touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith had made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. Thy faith had made thee whole, because she believed that if she even just touched his garment, touched God in the flesh, just a piece of his garment, that she will be healed. She had that much faith that she knew that if she touched his garment, she would be healed. Therefore, her faith had made thee whole. Your faith in God will make you whole. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the fame hereof went abroad into all the land. Speech and sight restored. Matthew 9:27. And when Jesus departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came unto him. And Jesus saith unto him, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then he touched their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straightly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all the country. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with the devil. Well, that's a bit rude. What does that mean, a dumb man? A mute. Well, that's rough. They called a mute man dumb? I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Matthew 9:32, As they went out, behold, they brought him a mute man possessed with the devil. And when the devil was cast out, the mute man spake. And the multitudes marveled, saying, It was never so seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, He casted out the devils through the prince of devils. The ruler of demons? What? Okay. He casted out the demons through the prince of demons. All right, Pharisees. They're just a little jealous, but that's okay. Matthew 9:35. I agree. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Oh, this is called laborers of the harvest, by the way. Matthew 9:35. Then he saith unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he shall send forth laborers into this harvest. So, next time I will be starting Matthew chapter 10, which is instruction to the disciples. I believe it was Matthew 10:28 was the first. That's 12. Oh, dang it. Don't make me take my glove off. Ugh. I gotta take my glove off. Oh man, my fingers are cold. Matthew 10:28, I believe. Yep, Matthew 10:28 was the very first Bible verse that I had ever memorized. And I learned this Bible verse when I traveled down to Florida this past summer. Unfortunately, chasing after a woman. Yeah, that was fun. But I made a little pit stop at my aunt and uncle's house, and they took me to church, and they were going through the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. Fear not those who can kill the body. Instead, fear the one who can destroy both body and soul in the depths of hell. That wasn't word for word, but it's pretty close. It was the very first verse that ever spoke to me in my new journey as a saved man. Although I wasn't completely saved at that time, but I was getting there. It's little baby steps, you know. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That was chapter 7, 8, and 9. Next time I'll probably do 10, 11, 12. I might actually just wander off into a new spot and record another video while the weather is still pretty temperate. Maybe not. Probably not. I need to start uploading more frequently though. It was pretty nice. I didn't have work today because the weather conditions. wouldn't allow such thing. So I had some time to myself. I let my stuff charge. After lunch, I came out here and, started doing my thing. It's not bad, but anywho, as always, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kane, and I will show you this beautiful view that I have, and then I will be speaking with you again soon. But first, I'm going to take my glove off. So this is the view I was looking at. It's my beautiful 888 lawn chair that I got from Walmart. There's the ducks down there. I don't know, I don't think you can see them. Anyways, peace.